Do you often delay your dreams? Meet Tom, a young man who wasted his days thinking time would wait for him. This story shows how even the strangest lessons can wake us from laziness. By the end, you'll see how discipline can feel magical and surprisingly fun. Tom stared at his empty to-do list. "Why does everything feel so heavy today?" he whispered. Every small task seemed like climbing a mountain. His phone buzzed, but he ignored it. Later, always later, he muttered. Deep down, he knew this laziness was stealing his time. Tom sighed and stretched. Outside, the garden looked bright, full of colors and life. Maybe one small walk won't hurt, he thought. As he walked, he noticed an old, strange statue in the corner of the garden. It looked alive. Eyes carved in stone seemed to follow him. A voice echoed, "Are you running from your own potential?" Tom jumped. No one was there, just the statue. Who? Who said that? He stammered. A chill ran down his spine, but also excitement. Maybe something important was about to happen. The statue's lips moved slowly. "I'm the keeper of tasks. Only those who face procrastination can unlock true power." Tom blinked. Was this real, or just his imagination? I don't understand," Tom said. "Why me? I'm just lazy." The statue chuckled softly, a sound like wind through leaves. Lazy? Perhaps. But even the smallest spark can light a fire. Tom looked at his messy hands. "I don't even know where to start." The statue pointed at a small, glowing orb hovering in the air. "Begin here. One step. One action." He took a deep breath. "Okay. One step," he whispered. He reached for the orb. It pulsed gently, almost alive. As soon as Tom touched the orb, it shot sparks into the air, swirling around him like fireflies. "Whoa," he exclaimed. His heart raced with excitement and fear. "Do not be afraid," said the statue. "Fear is just a shadow of an action." Tom nodded slowly, feeling a strange courage he had never felt before. "Do not be afraid," said the statue. "Fear is just a shadow of an action." Tom nodded slowly, feeling a strange courage he had never felt before. "Your first task is simple," the statue said. "Write down 3 things you have avoided for too long." Tom scratched his head. 3 things. Okay, I can try. He wrote slowly. "Finish my book, clean the attic, learn guitar." "Good," said the statue. "Now choose one. Only one, and focus." Tom stared at the list. "Okay, finish my book first." He hesitated, thinking of all the distractions waiting at home. The statue's eyes glimmered. "Discipline is your magic, Tom. It transforms small steps into giant leaps." Tom frowned. "Discipline? I'm not good at that." "Then let's practice," said the statue. "Start with 5 minutes. Just 5. You may grow from there." Tom blinked. 5 minutes? That's possible. He set a small hourglass beside him and started writing. At first, his hand shook, words slow and messy. But the moment he began, he felt something shift inside. 5 minutes passed. He looked at the page. Words were clumsy, but complete. "Small steps, small victories," he whispered to himself. The statue nodded. "Now you see, magic is simple. Action turns dreams into reality." Tom laughed. A genuine laugh, forgetting his earlier fear and doubt. Tom returned home, notebook in hand, feeling strange excitement. "Maybe I can do this," he muttered. But the couch looked so comfy, too comfy. He sank into the couch, ready to nap. But the orb from the garden hovered nearby, glowing softly. "Focus," it seemed to whisper. Tom groaned. "Fine, 5 minutes." He grabbed a pen and opened his notebook again. The orb pulsed, almost like it was cheering him on. He wrote a paragraph, then another. Slowly, laziness lost its grip. "Wow, this is kind of fun," he whispered, smiling. Suddenly, a loud knock on the door startled him. "Oh no, my friends," he muttered. "They'll distract me." The statue's words echoed in his mind. Discipline is magic. One step at a time. He took a deep breath and ignored the knock. Hours passed. Tom finished his first chapter. He leaned back, exhausted but proud. "Small steps really do work," he whispered. Next morning, the statue appeared in a dream. "Today, we level up," it said, "with patience and persistence." Tom woke up early. For the first time, he felt a strange joy in routine. "Maybe mornings aren't so bad," he said, stretching. He made a list of small tasks: breakfast, journaling, a short walk, writing. Little by little, he whispered, "I can do this." Tom woke before his alarm, the early light painting soft gold stripes across his wall. Something felt new, like a quiet hum inside his chest. He didn't reach for his phone. Instead, he sat at his desk, the world still half asleep, and began to breathe with intention. The candle from the ritual stood quietly, wax hardened in strange, beautiful shapes. Tom touched the base, remembering the night that had changed everything. It wasn't magic, it was a mirror. It reflected who he could be if he kept choosing to begin. He wrote a new line: "Today I act." No long speech, no self-promise he wouldn't keep. Just a simple seed planted quietly in his mind. He began to work. No background noise, no distractions. The room breathed with him. It was just the sound of the pen, gliding across the page like a steady heartbeat. When his thoughts began to drift, he whispered, "Focus is a muscle. Discipline is a ritual." The words felt heavy but kind, like hands guiding him back. His pen moved again. By noon, his notebook had new life. Pages filled with ideas, messy, real, alive. The sunlight on his desk felt like quiet applause. For once, Tom didn't crave perfection. He just worked. That evening, he didn't drown in guilt. He went outside instead. The air was cool, and the city hummed like a living being. Each step felt like breathing again. The next morning, the ritual began again. Candle, notebook, silence. The rhythm comforted him, like music without sound. He was becoming the ritual itself. Days passed. His mind stopped resisting. It was learning to trust him, like a wild animal slowly approaching an open hand. He no longer chased motivation. He built momentum, and in that quiet repetition, he found strength, not in force, but in rhythm. One afternoon, laziness came knocking again. The couch looked softer than ever. The temptation to rest for 5 minutes whispered in his ear like an old friend. A video thumbnail flashed on his phone. Top 10 ways to stop being lazy. He laughed aloud. "I don't need a list," he said. "I already started." He flipped open his notebook. Every page was proof. Messy, alive, imperfect. But it was his story. On Sunday, he went back to the park. The bench where he met the old man sat empty, except for a folded paper under a smooth stone. The note read, "If you're reading this, you didn't quit." Good. Tom smiled, his chest tight with emotion. The city breeze carried the scent of rain and memory. That night, he wrote a new chapter called The Ritual Lives. He described every detail: the candle, the silence, the breath. He wanted someone else, someday, to find it too. Weeks became months. His projects grew, his confidence deepened. He wasn't chasing success anymore. He was living alignment. When old laziness whispered again, he smiled. "I know you," he said softly. "You used to control me, but not anymore." 1 year later, he climbed a small hill at sunrise. The city glowed below like a sea of light. He breathed deeply, feeling the same wind that once carried his doubt away. "The ritual never ends," he whispered. "It becomes you." The wind caught his words and carried them forward, toward new beginnings. Somewhere, another tired soul lit a candle.